Welcome to the video tutorial for Image Control for Mac from Gamma and Density. Image Control is an all-in-one software program designed for DITs, DPs, other digital filmmakers to help solve a lot of the common problems found on set with image management, working with digital footage, offloading LUTs, generating dailies, all of those different aspects of making movies. So I'm going to walk you through some of the aspects of image control to give you a better sense of how the program works, how to use it in your own workflows. So what we're covering first is the interface, how to import footage, how to do the data management work, all of that within image control. So right now I have image control opened up here. You can see the general interface. We have the two test instruments on the top left, a nice big viewer on the top right, metadata input down in the bottom right, and in the bottom left, a big gallery area. So this is where you'll be organizing and categorizing your clips in days. We'll have nice big thumbnails, so we will be able to see exactly what our footage looks like and what it looks like with the grades applied. Very easy, quick way to navigate and get around your footage. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is set up a new project. So to do that, I'm going to go File, New Project, up here at the top, or if you're opening Image Control for the first time, you'll be prompted to create a new project. So I'm just going to put one here on my desktop. I'll call it IC Demo. All right, so once I have my new project created, I'm going to go into Project Settings. So here in Project Settings is where I'm going to dictate other metadata. So the name of the movie, the DP, the DIT, copyright, project type. So what we're talking about here with project type is whatever is the primary camera format being used in the production. Now, just because you select, let's say, Arri Alexa Mira doesn't preclude you from using GoPro footage or DSLR footage or RED or mixing anything like that. Any of these formats are supported by Image Control at all times. By choosing this project type here in the project settings, we're setting what we want for our data management preset. So what we've done is chart the folder structure, the file structure of each of these originating formats so that when Image Control validates the media, it knows exactly what to look for and how to import those clips. All right, so I have some RED footage we'll be working with today, so I'm going to choose RED Digital Cinema as my project preset. Okay. So now I'm ready to back up and offload a camera card. So this would be a card given to me right out of camera. Our first step is going to be offloading it to our separate backup destinations, our backup hard drives. This is work commonly done by the DIT or DMT, the whole data offloading, data management work. So what I've done here is gone into the preferences of Image Control, where I can set my primary, secondary, and tertiary backup destinations. So these would be, in theory, my 3 backup hard drives. In this case, I have 3 separate folders on the same drive. So I can back up simultaneously to 3 separate destinations my camera original card. I can also choose my backup verification method, so an MD5 checksum, SHA1, byte by byte, file size comparison, all these different ways to verify that your digital footage is intact. So I'm just going to choose the standard MD5, hit save here, which will save all those destinations. So now back up in File, I go to File, Backup RED Media. It's going to ask me, all right, where is your media? You're going to need to navigate to that camera card. So in this case, I have a folder here, R3D demo footage, card 03, and here's my .rmd. So this would be the same thing you're getting off of that camera card, that RED mag or S/S card or SSD or compact flash or whatever your camera media is, will have some type of folder structure containing your clips. So in this case, I'm selecting the A003 RMD that came right off the RED media. Hit open there. So yeah, nothing's happening. Well, if I go into Generate, and down here in the bottom right is my background cue. So right now it's primary backup, this A003, state validating. So right now it's running the MD5 checksum on all the clips to make sure nothing is corrupted. I've set all this to happen in the background. If I go back into Preferences, one of those buttons I selected here, Perform Backup in the Background. So this is going to do all that data management stuff in the background and not tie up Image Control, allowing you to do other work, to grade other footage, to work on generating dailies, to create reports, create LUTs, do live grades, all those other tasks that Image Control can do for you. So all the data management, backing up footage, not tying up our system. We can track our progress Down here in the Generate tab at the bottom, all our list of background tasks. So right now it's validating, and then beyond there we'll start backing up and offloading to those 3 separate destinations. So all our data management is taken care of. We can go ahead and move on to our next task. Alright, so while that data management is taking place in the background, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some other footage to work with while that's processing so that we can get a start on taking a look at the gallery, how to manage our clips, how to organize them, input metadata, and eventually jump into doing color correction. Alright, so to import an individual clip, I'm going to go File, Import, File to Gallery, or Command I. And here I have 4 Alexa clips, all shot in Log C. I'm going to open and select those. I can input my same description, scene, take, location, metadata here. Okay. All right, so I have 4 shots all from this same scene on the beach. So you can see how they're all organized here. We're sorting by file name here. Here in the viewer, now I have time code in the top right. I have the file name in the bottom left, shuttle controls in the middle, a hand tool, a zoom, a magnify down in the bottom right. Other toolbar items, I have show full screen, uncorrected source image, on off a split screen, show the cropped image, and show an overlay. These are for our different aspect ratios. In the bottom right now, all this metadata that came along with the footage has carried along into image control. So I have my file name, file type, frames, the time base, raster size, what camera it was shot on, what build of that camera, and I can import all this other, input this other information myself. The description, scene, take, location, notes, all of this is going to carry through onto my dailies. So very basic metadata entry here for each individual clip. Now if you select multiple clips here in the gallery by holding down the Option key, you'll see they each glow this kind of teal color. Now I can input the same metadata for all those clips. So I can do batch metadata inputting. So they've all gone into my day 1 folder here on the left. I can create a new day by clicking the plus icon above gallery. I can label this scene 1. I can create a different subfolder for scene 2. Click on gallery and the plus, day 2. So you can really start to organize your clips here in image control by putting them in folders, arrange them in certain bins to keep track on where all your footage is located within the program. All right, so as I double click and drag to scrub through the clips, I can easily QC this way. I can hit play and watch the playback as well. So on the left, we have real-time test instruments. Waveform on the top, vector scope on the bottom. If I want to change either of those, let me zoom in here. You can right-click, you can get a Luma waveform, the RGB parade, which is there by default, a YRGB parade, overlay waveform, vector scope, definitely histogram, and tonal curve. So you can display 2 of these at one time. The default is the RGB parade and the vector scope, but you can change it to whatever you want, and whatever you leave it at, image control will remember that, so next time you come to the program, your same scope alignment will be shown here. So if you right-click on the vector scope, it'll give you different zoom options as well. So there are plenty of ways to customize and even customize the size of these test instruments by clicking and dragging left, right, up, and down. You can resize these instruments however you want within the interface. Other ways to adjust the test instruments, if you go to Image Control Preferences and Test Instruments, you have some options here. Display waveform with picture color, label it in millivolts, show full range. Let's go and take a look at that. Show stops on the waveform monitor. So those stops are what's showing up on the left, so those are reflected f-stop values. Let me save that. So now we have an extended range waveform. Goes all the way up to 120 in our highlights. Very useful. So this is the main gallery interface. We're organizing our clips. We can use this drag bar to resize those thumbnails as big or small as we want. And for syncing sound, that's another thing you'll do here in the gallery mode. So if I right-click on a clip, in this drop-down menu, I have Attach Audio File. So for this, if you have timecode sync, attach audio file, then you'll navigate to your WAV file to sync that sound using timecode. If you need to go in and adjust that sync, there's a utility here for Adjust Audio Sync right under Attach Audio File, so you'll be able to slip and slide that timecode sync as well. Whatever sound you sync here in the gallery, that's going to be on your dailies. That's going to be included with the image throughout the rest of the process. So you can easily sync sound right here in the image control interface. So that's how you import clips, doing the data management, all of that taking place in the background, importing clips through either file, import files to gallery, or files to gallery from, in this case, Alexa Mira Media. So what that's going to do is search through the entire folder structure of whatever camera card you're importing and find anything that's footage and import that into your selected bin within the gallery. So the gallery is where all your footage needs to originate to then jump into color. Using the color wheels, the RGB sliders, the pre-made looks, or raw controls, or applying LUTs to it, this is the first step, is bringing in footage. So if you're using the data management stuff, great. That's a perfect way to go about it, using it as an all-in-one system, or you can import clips individually. It's very flexible in that regard. Alright, so in the next video we're going to take this footage and jump into color correction using the color wheels, RGB sliders, the other color tools found within image control. Alright, see you there.